Alrighty, good morning. So today we'll be doing cable fly down with one arm, cable row with just one arm. I'll be using bands instead of cables. Then after that we have a one-sided curl. Since I work in a pool, I sweat a lot. So adding a little flavor and some salt to the water kind of helps with my hydration levels. Like yesterday was the best I've felt, considering I had increased my general sodium intake or electrolyte intake. And I'm using a Kool-Aid powder, sugar-free, to just kind of help it go down easier. So let's see here. Weight update. Still in like the 173 to 175 range. What else? Went to the gym. Tried doing dumbbell deadlift. Not a good idea. It was busy, so might have to create alternate workouts or something so I can still get deadlifts done, even if even if the machines that I want to use aren't available. Like I had to do bench press off a machine again, which again wasn't bad. I got my chest working, but I would like to be able to bench press. Alright, so that's right. When it comes to like these workouts, they're not meant to do this workout and build a huge bruh. It's more so do this workout. So, having some technique issues on that one, where I was getting a shoulder click in my shoulder. So I said shoulder click. So I tried messing with the shoulder blades, but I feel like it's more so from where I start pulling it from. So I'm going to experiment with the left side and let you know. Alright, so a little more fatigue than I expected, especially, but I shouldn't be surprised. Considering I did some chest work yesterday. I'm gonna tilt the camera here again. Okay. I mean, admittedly, I'm working on some water right now. So I'd say, I feel like subjectively, I look better, even though there isn't that weight loss that I'm seeing on the scale. So we'll see how things go. This whole process may take a few months, one way or the other. I'm in originally I put myself into like 150 calorie deficit. And with exercise, I've ballparked, put myself into about a 300 calorie deficit. So if I wanted to lose, so that's what, 1 pound every 12 days, I'm going to lose 10 pounds. So that's 120 days. So that's about 4 months anyways. So we'll see what happens. I still haven't clued into what exactly is going on, but I need to keep my elbow perfectly straight is what I feel like, and then if I let that elbow bend, that's when I'm going to get that click up here, because I'm trying to almost like curl the weight in a weird angle over pulling it down. You might have seen me kind of stiffen up a little bit. All right, got my glutes engaged, got my abs engaged, pinch those shoulder blades down and back so I could have at least a more stable base to pull off of. Okay. And it sounds like someone is grinding something, like they got the wood chipper going. So if the fix that up. Welcome to the Burbs. So let's see here, what else? So I'm not really an authority on kettlebells. I enjoy them. They're heavy, good for grip. Compact, so you can do a lot with them considering they don't take up a whole lot of space. What I did yesterday was kind of like this windmill drill where you're just trying to keep your hand up over your head and then you reach down your leg with the other hand. And what I noticed was that my right side was just so tight and that my shoulder was painful because as I'm trying to keep it upright, I'm jamming that shoulder back versus getting any of that decent rotation in my shoulder. So I did a couple Turkish get-ups and returned back to the windmill, and I was able to do it comfortably on both sides. So I'll do a little demo of that at the end, if I remember. It didn't start logging my workout because I didn't push one more button. Anyways, last set. So, could I have done more reps of all 3 sets? Probably. Did I want to? No. Okay. We're moving. Oh no. Alrighty. So again, this will be fun because I just did barbell row yesterday. In addition to that gripless deadlift, or strapless deadlift. You can't do a gripless deadlift. As far as I know. Alrighty. You can't even see me. Well, put the camera back. Then. Yeah, know what to do. Eight. So there's something new for me. Didn't get as good of a right back contraction as compared to my left side. So that's interesting. The additional challenge of me having to sit with my legs straight with nothing to push against other than, having to just be nice and tall. So it's a little more of a core challenge in this position. At the gym, right? They make that a little easier. They've got little foot pedals. And again, my back is a little sore because of yesterday. So we just got unilateral curl left. And we'll talk about that windmill Turkish get-up sequence. See if I'm moving in a similar way. And again, so your FMS fanboy sponsored moment here, actually unsponsored moment, that Gray did a whiteboard talk where he's like, yeah, people can absolutely look up what the positions of the FMS are, but they can't really do them justice until you understand what the three dysfunctional, whether that's what dysfunctional or painful aspects are. If someone can't do something in one position but they can do it in another, then is it a muscle function issue or a mobility issue, right? And that's kind of like what taking the FMS and the SFMA courses are about. So for me, I don't really think I had a mobility issue. I had a motor control issue, and once I got that motor control improved, my mobility changed. So I'm like, why haven't I taken this course yet? And it's like, yeah, because both courses run like $1,600, so. Actually, all 4 courses, I think, because it's FMS 1 and 2, and then SFMA 1 and 2. So, rather the hardest part of doing it this way is maintaining that nice tall position with your legs out in front of you, because it's just a mobility and stability challenge. Can't really tell if I feel a difference. Okay, what I'm curious about is, am I not getting as much of a good right lat contraction, or is it's not being challenged enough to really get a good lat contraction compared to the left side? But flip side, for my own issues, the left is I've paid so much attention to it in terms of like, what do I need to get that good muscular control, as compared to the right. I haven't really paid as much attention to it because I don't have any issues on that side. So, all right. I'm so mad that I didn't turn on this freaking Fitbit tracker thing while I was doing those cable flies. Oh well. Mostly because I prefer using the watch to time rather than having to get up and look at the camera to see how long I've been filming for. Okay. Final set. Alright. So, you can do bicep curl in about a million different ways. So yes, you can of course use a cable right at the machine or using the bands up and down. I'm going to use my kettlebell and treat it more like a dumbbell for this. Alright. Well, that's interesting. So, I like one-sided training because you get to feel different things. So for me, on my right side, it definitely felt a little more bicep based, whereas on my left side, it definitely felt more of like this. I'll say like, you know, I felt it more in the elbow armpit here, the brachialis type area. And so just kind of like, I think I mentioned in a video a while back that I felt like I was getting more, like something felt not right in this area, so. It's not as sexy or fun doing, and this is only 12 pounds, and it gave me enough of a burn to be like, all right. I might be able to fly into the next one in just a second, but let's see. Oh, okay, we've been going for a half hour. I know I did a lot of talking in the beginning though. All right. Thanks. Good stuff. Something I noticed probably on my right side, or on this last set, was I probably was letting too much of this upper half be too relaxed. So I'm gonna try and maintain more of a stable Superman type chest thing. Oh, nice little muscle burn. Sitting at 120-ish beats a minute. So nothing too crazy. Okay. So I got the final set, and then I'm going to use this 12-pounder again for the windmill. You've seen me do the Turkish get-up before, so I want to adjust the camera. I'll just knock it out. You just see me pop up and down off the camera a couple times. Six. So I tried adding a bicep pre-squeeze to those last few reps, and it definitely changed it. When I was doing that open hand variant, just kind of curious to see, does that make more of an impact on my bicep? But as I curled down, I had to use more of my wrist to keep the weight in place, so I was getting more wrist flexor work, which I probably need. So, all right. Two, three. Six. called a windmill, kettlebell windmill. I'll call it a kettlebell windmill. You can use just the weight of your own hand. And you're gonna try and keep that hand, fist, whatever you want to call it, pointing straight up towards the ceiling. I gotta pull my pants here. All right. From there, you're gonna take that other hand and let it slide down your thigh. While you keep the weight overhead, and then return. So if I do that on my right, on my left arm up, sliding down my right, I'm actually still decent. Okay, I got sloppy on the return there. I felt my arm kind of dropping because I was already thinking about something else. Let me reassess this side. It's a little tight to the lat, but nothing too crazy. So I'm gonna do like 1 to 2 reps, 1 to 2 more reps on each side with the kettlebell this time. Again, this is only 12 pounds, but the focus here is like perfection. This isn't supposed to be, you know, a heavy lift per se, right? Oh, yeah, it feels good. All right. All right. And one more. All right. Feels good. So with how I'm kind of taking myself through this journey, it's definitely more of a, you know, I remembered the word for it. It's a recomposition. That, let's say, let's see here, if I'm burning, oh God. Okay, let's say 350, right? So let's say I'm burning 350, wait a second, that's every day. Yeah, okay, so let's say 350, right, for easy math. Let's say every day I'm burning 10%. Let's say I'm losing 300, I'm in a 350 calorie deficit, which means that I'm losing 10% of a pound of fat per week. Since I'm going to the gym, and math-wise it doesn't work out this way, right? Let's say I'm putting on 8% of a pound of muscle per week. Really, I've only lost 2% of a pound as weight, as, you know, the number on the scale. But if after 6 weeks, you know, I've lost 12% of that pound, but again, going by subjectively, I look better, then there has been some fat loss. So, Jeff Cavalier has a couple good videos on this. I know Jeff Nippard does as well. I'm not sure about Vitruvian Physique, and I feel like there's someone else I'm missing. But if I remember, I'll put it in. I'll try and put their YouTube channels and Instagram pages or whatever, social media handles, in the comments. So they got good stuff. different perspectives, which is good. I get a couple of opinions and then form my own. Anyways, easier workout. Still got a little bit of a fatigue going on, especially considering I was in the gym yesterday for a bit. So, good job today, folks. See you next time.